Welcome back to Advocation X. And this is going to go on our adventures playlist. And I can tell you this was one heck of an adventure. After leaving Sault Ste. Marie, the riding was amazing. There were some really experienced drivers out there. And of course, I stay with the traffic. I wasn't speeding past the traffic, but I did stay with them. And it was a whole lot of fun. Anyways, that being said, I actually saw a moose. It was a male, probably a young male. It had a really weird looking rack. It was very close to, if anybody remembers this name or whatever, it was Bowinkle. Had that straight across rack that looked like a rake that you would use to cultivate your garden. So this one was similar to that. So it was just like straight across. It didn't have much of extensions anywhere. It had some furry nubs on it, like big nubs. And he just stood there and looked at me as I came by him. And I smiled bigger than Ontario itself. And I'm like waving at him and I'm thinking, couldn't I have seen him like 50 seconds earlier, 10 seconds earlier, 3 seconds earlier, and I would have stopped about 50 yards away from him and I would have got video of him because I think he was just grazing in the grass there. Anyways, so that was part of it. Then I push it all the way to Wawa because I want to get at least 1,000 kilometers each day in. So the last day I might have to make up a couple of 100 kilometers. I make it to Wawa. I get my gas. I call the campsite because of course every time I do these trips, the main goal for me is to be able to stay out in nature with my tent, my sleeping bag. I'm all prepared. And almost every time I make these trips, I'm either staying at people's houses or ending up it's pouring rain or it's really late at night. I can't even set up a camp. So I end up in a hotel. Well, guess what? I call the campsite. They are only allowing, due to the COVID, the super bad cold illness. Due to that, they are only allowing season holders with RVs to use the premises. They are not allowed, apparently, to do one day, evening rentals, night rentals, whatever you want to call it. So, I couldn't go there. I call KOA. Sorry, no overnight rentals there either. Okay, looks like it's time for me to take a campsite. A hotel or a motel. Isn't it my luck? There's one right next to the gas station I fill up at. So I go over there, sign says vacancy. I'm like, yes, I can just get in, I can get cleaned up, I can get to sleep, and I can start early fresh in the morning. Okay, nobody's at the desk. People are milling around there though, in little rooms off the main area of the office. Nobody comes to help. The buzzer says it's broken, please call this number. So I call the number. Motel 17, in Wawa. I'll be giving them a review. Anyways, nobody answers the phone. Goes to a machine. Leave your number, we'll call you back. Sure, while I'm halfway down the highway to BC, you're gonna call me and say, oh, we've got a room for you, come on back. So, I try that number a few times, and I hear it ring, and I'm standing right there, and all the people in those rooms are not moving. They're not going anywhere near that phone. So I decide, okay, I'll go somewhere else. I saw other motels. I called almost every single motel, hotel in Wawa and surrounding area. Not one room was available. Not one. Even where I stand right now, not a bad little room, eh? This was not available when I called. But I am a stubborn old goat. So what did I do? I went online and I ended up hooking up with booking.com. So here's a plug for booking.com. They asked my information, 1 adult, 1 room, no children. There was only 1 available in the entire area. So I quickly put my information in. Congratulations, you're booked. I was like, yes. I tear down on the bike. I get there. I rip everything off the bike. I'm gotta drag all this stuff in, right? I'm ripping it all down. I cover the bike just in case it rains. I come in and they go, oh no, no, there's no room. We closed that off. We don't know why they did that. How much did you pay? I said $75. Oh no room. She went back, checked, couldn't find my name. She went and talked to somebody, came back, said, I don't know what they did. And then she looks again and she goes, oh, there's your name. I don't know why they do that because I close it off. I said, wow. I didn't say anything actually because I wasn't going to argue. I was just going to say, you guys got my money. I got a confirmation. Let's find me a room. So it took about 5 or 6 minutes. All my stuff was inside already. Finally, I got put in this room. I think it was being saved for something special. So just to validate, I'm not angry. I'm just tickled. This was like quite the adventure in itself, just getting myself a room for the night. And of course, I expected to tent it all the way across, but that never seems to work for me. It's like, I don't know. What is it? Like somebody thinks I'm up there saying, no man, you're too young. You just cannot be laying on that hard ground. I want to do it. So next time I'm asking you, please make it possible for me to actually tent all the way across Canada, there and back. There, done. Hopefully that's going to work now. So, anyways, this room that I'm in is one of the places I called that was unavailable. So just luckily, because of booking.com, either they reserve a couple of spots for themselves or something like that, but they were able to do it. So let me explain to you why there's no rooms available anywhere around here. When it comes to any of the camping places, they're not allowed to do overnights because of this super bad cold illness, okay? So if you already have a season pass and an RV, right, you're allowed to go to your spot, no problem. When it comes to the hotels here, it's a mining town. They have a lot of other activity going on. There's all kinds of road work going on all over the place. So all the employees, of course, have to get put up. In order for them to put them up, because of the super bad cold illness, it's 1 per room. So when before, these guys could have had like 2 beds and a cot, and 3 guys could have been in a room, or whatever the case may be, now it's 1 per room. So all the rooms are booked, everywhere across the board. So now, I hate doing this. I love to fly by the seat of my pants, but this time I'm going to have to call ahead and see if Manitoba or if Saskatchewan or Alberta actually have any campsites that are available, and then book in advance or book a hotel in advance. I got to do one of the two, because I'll tell you, I was outside after getting my gas. The bugs slowly built up until it was a feeding frenzy. I probably slapped myself about 65 times. I'm not a little guy, and my slaps are not little. So I'm in pain right now. No, I'm not. I'm joking. I should be in pain, but I was smacking, killing bugs They were biting me like you wouldn't believe. I don't know how much blood I have left in me, but I hope they left me just a little. Anyways, folks, so that is this part of the adventure complete. I'm in Wawa. It's more than 1,000 K from home base, and it's about 1/3 of the journey done. Just to get to the other end of Ontario is another more than 1,000 K that I will be doing tomorrow, and then some. So I'm hoping I'll be able to find a tenting place in Manitoba somewhere, and that hopefully will be, I'm looking for at least 1,300 kilometers for tomorrow only. I've done the Iron Butt Challenge over and over and over again, going back and forth across Canada now. My longest stretch was 39 hours straight. 39 hours. I left from, you know what, it's a couple of years ago, but I think I left from Saskatchewan. And I didn't want to stop in Manitoba. So I went straight across Manitoba, and I came straight across Ontario, and I had to hit the ferry at a specific time in order to catch the ferry to get on the other side of Manitoulin Island, in order to get back on the road and ride all the way to home base so I could be there for work in the morning. And I don't remember the set or the movie I was supposed to be working on that day, but I'm sure I have that somewhere in my notes. And I made it. I don't know how I made it. I made it. When I took a picture of myself on the ferry, I looked like a dehydrated prune. Okay? No joke. It had took that much out of me to make it that far in the burning hot sun and traveling at night. I ran out of gas. Actually, up here in Wawa, I almost ran out of gas, and I was stuck in a parking lot of a hotel where there was no life whatsoever going on. Everything was locked up, and I called CAA to ask one question. I said, I have a little bit of gas left. I don't want to waste it. Can you just tell me where there's an open gas station so I can go directly there? CAA's response, I'm sorry, sir, but we don't do that. We can send you out some gas. It might be about an hour or so, but we can send you some. I said, I'm in bear, moose, and buck deer territory. Who knows? Maybe even Wolverine territory. And you want me to sit out here in a deserted parking lot with no life showing anywhere, waiting an hour for gas? And all you have to do is tell me where there's a gas station close to me so I could just get on my bike and get there? Wow, CAA, come on. I've been a member for like ever. I think probably from when my firstborn came to this world. Come on, boys. Let's get it together. Anyways, so that's this leg of the adventure. This is Clyde, your host, saying thank you very much for joining us here on this channel. Please hit that like button, subscribe, become a member, crush the bell so you miss nothing going forward. Disclaimer, everything on this channel is factually informed opinion and not the alternative fact kind either, okay? So, with that being said, I never give up, as you see by this challenge. And I will never give in. But remember, I keep an open mind because I know that my knowledge is my power, and I am not willing to give up my power. So, folks, stay safe, stay healthy, and above all, remain as happy as humanly possible. Until next time, thank you for spending time with us here. Talk to you soon.